Hello everyone, and welcome to the Gems of War live stream. Today we're mainly going to be messing with Krystenax and the new Wisp that just came into the game. Krystenax of course isn't new, but it's definitely one of the best troops in the game, and I definitely advise getting at least one if you haven't already. And if you can afford it, get multiple of them, because it will definitely be good to have a lot. Most teams can run 2 Krystenaxes. Some can even run 3, and using 4 of them does work in both green and blue Guild War days. And I haven't even done all these legendary tasks. Normally I do these off camera, but might as well see what we got. Hey, we got a Sekima, or Sekma, or whatever her thingy is called. She's already mythic though, so we don't actually need more copies of her, though she is relatively new. Let's see, and the rest is just trash. I still have yet to get a mythic from a legendary task. My guild, I think, has been one of the most unluckiest with it, with how many we have actually done, yet still have none. Hello, Dustin. Hello, Alexander. Hello, GZG. Welcome all. Let's see. Oh, this is the standard kind of Krystenax. Let's see. This is my all the way at that last slot. Let's go and wipe out this one for now, and do this the Krystenax Wisp. I don't know if I'm going to be using both of them together, but I do want to go and mess with the Wisp a bit more. It does seem like quite a fun troop, and I want to see what like the best third troop might be for this team. We have double Wisp, giant spider. I need something with high. Let's actually try a def real quick. Pretty sure that wouldn't really work out as well, but I'm gonna try so many different things with this. I do want to see what we can get to work, and for the banner we just go all in on the blue and purple with the frozen banner. And good to go, even though we're only covering 4 colors. So you suggested Gorgolfa, Krystenax, Dragon Soul, and Krystenax. Is that still the best PvP soul farm or soul team? Well, it's never been the best PvP soul team. It's the quickest soul team I know of that gets ridiculously good win rate. But there are things in PvP that can still win that give more souls than that. Particularly things that throw in Necromancy or Fair Shiraz. But if you're just going for still keeping as quick of a win rate as you can, then the team you just mentioned with the Gorgolfa, Krystenax, Dragon Soul, Krystenax, that is one of the quickest ones I'm aware of. And let's see. Hello, Mr. Wilson. Hello, Ray. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Strawn. Hello, Headless Chicken. Hello, Henny. Hello, Mr. Raider. Hello, Drew. Welcome all. Let's see. Thanks also so much for the video this morning. Oh, no problem. You know, clicking claim all. I know there's a claim all. I know that there's a claim all button. I deliberately never click it because I like seeing all the rewards coming in one by one. That's just my personal preference. I basically never click the claim all button. Unless it's just like 2 of them and I know exactly what they are. But if it's like legendary tasks or almost anything, I tend to do them all one by one. But yes, I am aware of the claim all button. I just never bother using it deliberately. Let's go on to the yellow. And keep the Wisp spam. Oops, I had a extra turn there and I didn't take it. All the purples fail. That would have been useful. And now we don't have it. Need to make sure I actually look at the board a bit better every single time I cast one of them. But yeah, I think just Wisp, which Spider alone is actually a team. We're not even using Def at all. I do want to figure out what on earth is the best thing to slot into this, though. We'll probably have to be some kind of brown-yellow. There's not a brown-yellow-purple, is there? That'd be perfect for this team. A brown-yellow-purple mythic. And we'll throw down red. Throw down the shuffle into a nice board. Throw, wait. Oh, maybe if I just put a Kraken. Well, that's what I was using earlier. We should probably bring back the Kraken, actually. Because this Def isn't doing anything. I was hoping we would kind of be able to Def Mark kill it, but we should probably go down the loop route. The loop route. Oh no, no targets because they're not next to each other. The struggles of not having something that moves their position. But that's kind of why I wanted to go with the Kraken too, because that would, Kraken would still be able to get through that. And I'll throw your full def, and that's match. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Sean. Hello, Sideways. Welcome all. What's up? Not much. I end up resting most of the day. Mainly because I've been up late streaming most of the last few nights, so most of today I just slept. I did the video right before I went to bed. This is why it might have sounded like I was tired when I was recording it. But then I went to bed and just basically rested for the whole day. Then ate dinner and then just kind of chilled for the last little bit, and now we're streaming. Let's see. Where's Kraken? I'm just gonna roll it with Kraken. Oops, that's not Krystenax. Wisp. That's the Wisps. The Wisps. The Wisps of tentacles. Oh no, it doesn't fit. The Wisp tentacles. No, that doesn't fit either. There we go. That fits. And that'll work. Wisp, giant spider, wisp, kraken. Look at this, was actually the one I showed earlier, but I don't remember if it was. No, I showed something else. Oh, I showed it with the weird hero up front. But this is probably the way you actually do it. I was just messing around with it. But yeah, this is probably the actual team. It's pretty much the same thing, just without the hero. It's actually cheaper than the other team I showed. I just wanted to mess around with the other one. Let's see. Oh, that was very, very useless. Everything we got from that. Get rid of blue as much as I don't want to. Oh, we need to get those wisps going again. The wisp shall keep us going. Throw a wisp. Check the board. Throw a wisp. Check the board. Come on, board. Align to something that's not horrible. Alright, we'll just go on green then. Don't kill it! No! I was gonna use that wisp. Okay, well, this isn't good. Come on, crack an extra turn. Nice. Wow, we actually landed it too. And now we can make a frontline tank. And shuffle into a kraken. And that's almost match. And then that's match. Let's see. Put that over. And there we go. Sweet. That's pretty funny. The wisps are actually really good, even without their empowered. I almost don't even notice that they don't have empowered. Fast is still, or swift is still fast enough that it works out pretty nice. Oh, sorry, my bad. Forgot about that. I knew I forgot to do something before the stream. Sorry, let me go fix the chat. There we go. Now it should look fine. Now it should look fine. Sorry about that. Forgot. There's always the one thing I forget, and that was that. And that was what it was this time. It's because I actually have to zoom into the chat to make it look exactly, because I made the chat slightly larger. And if I forget to make it larger, because it defaults to 100%, I need to make it 125% or it's gonna look weird, and I sometimes forget to do that. Yeah, chat should look fine now. Let me double check though. Yep, looks good. Looks like it's working now. Well, it was working before, it was just weird in size. Okay, nothing on the board. Nothing on the board. Always annoying when you double shuffle and still get nothing. Let's try it again. Still nothing. Still nothing. There we go. Get the Devour, Giant Spider onto blue. Or red. Red or blue? Let's do it on red. One shuffle will hopefully be enough. Nope. Oh wait, we can just extra turn kill it. There we go. You had a really great idea for your Gems of War downtime. You could be the Willard Scott of Gems of War by sharing the level 1000s like he does the Age of Hundreds. Wait, the Age Hundreds. Maybe share their guild, their favorite team, etc. I'm not quite sure what you're asking with that. I'm not sure what you're asking. Let's see. If you only had Krystenax with Gorgolfa, Gorgolfa, Krystenax, Dragon Soul team. What other card should you replace the 4th slot with? Generally, if you didn't have the other one, I would actually drop the Krystenax and go Gorgolfa, Dragon Soul, Giant Spider, and one other troop that uses a really high damage purple. Because without the second Krystenax, you wouldn't be able to utilize the Crystallize as much. Taking a purple when you only have one Krystenax is still good value, but it's not as good if you have 2, or compared to 2. So generally, in that case, I would just go with Gorgolfa, Dragon Soul, Giant Spider, and one other purple troop that uses a very high mana cost damaging spell. The cheapest thing you could probably do for that slot would be Hero using Sorcerer class with Creeping Death. Would probably be your best bet. But there are basically any purple troop that does good amount of damage would be sufficient as well. Oh, if I was to oh no, I did it the wrong direction. No, fail. Oh, okay. So like announcing when people get like level 1000s and stuff like that. There's so many 1000s that get added to the game every single day though, and there'd be no way of actually tracking them. And if anyone ever says it in chat, I always like shout it out. It's like, hey, congrats on getting level 1000 and all that. Oh no, we're actually gonna lose this because mana drain. Because mana drain. Let's see. Still winnable. Now it's not because he has famine. Nope. Wow. Come on, mana drain. I can't wait till they add a counter to that. It's one of the last very annoying things currently still in the game. Sorry about that. Well, at least I can finally sneeze for once. Normally whenever I'm streaming it, I can't sneeze. But sorry about that. Oh, that was a big one. It was held back from all the streams that it wouldn't come out. Oh, also, if my connection just randomly dies, it's because there's a thunderstorm right now. Should be fine, but if we randomly like disconnect and I don't come back, that is why. I didn't abandon you guys. It just electricity went out. It hasn't gone out yet today, but it may. Let's see. With so many 1000s, what's the next big goal level-wise? Oh, there is no big goal level-wise after 1000. You basically ignore EXP after that point because it starts to become very, very hard to level. Your goals shouldn't really be level at that point. Once you reach level 1000, your 2 biggest goals should probably be trait every troop in the game and get every troop in the game to Mythic. Those are your 2 biggest goals. At that point, anyways. Move that over. That over. And let's throw it a double. 1. That down. And let's match. Oh wait, you're still alive? There we go. Now you're done. Oh, congrats, Steve. Nice. Level 1000. The big 4 digits. That is one of the biggest milestones in the game, is to reach level 1000. The biggest ones would probably be, well, there's a lot of smaller milestones, but the ones that take quite a while is get every single kingdom to 5 gold stars, get to level 1000, get every single troop in the game fully traded, and the other one, which most people don't even really have, is get every single troop in the game fully ascended. We are close, but not actually there. Though I don't think anyone actually tries doing literally every single troop, but there are quite a few people that try doing most of them. And as you can see, a mythic down the line, and the only thing we're missing are these right here. We're only missing, let's see, 9 plus 6, 15. Only 15 troops are not at mythic. Technically, we could go get the Wisp. I don't know if I really want to get it to mythic, though, because it doesn't actually really gain anything from gaining levels. The only thing it gains is attack, armor, and HP. The magic that it has, if it even has any, doesn't do anything on its ability. Every part of its ability does not boost based on magic, so there's no point on having higher stats on it. I could have left this thing at its base rarity of ultra rare, and it still would have been fine. The only reason I got it up is because in this particular team like this, the Wisp is being used as a tank, so we kind of do need the other 3 stats just to make sure it doesn't die too quickly. Any good teams with 2 deaths got your second one today. No. Generally, 1 def is the most you would ever really need. You could go double def, maybe like a Crimson Bat, Valkyrie double def, and try that. But for the most part, you never really need more than 1 def. The only reason you'd ever have more than 1 def is if you have it fully traded, just to do 4 true damage to your enemies every single turn. That would be the only point of having a double def. Hello, Joe. Hello, Bridget. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Amanda. Welcome as well. Can you show us your color teams for Guild Wars? Sure. Which specific one? Or just go down all of them? I do have all of them slotted still. I won't actually use any of them, though, because we really don't have a need to. Well, I can if you want me to show a specific one. But I can go through them real quick. Let's see. Well, we'll take a purple. Get the reshuffle again. Nice to see they finally added a good troop for once. It's been a while since they actually added a good event troop. And what else do we need to do? I'll just do it on brown. How on earth did that thing survive so hard? Come on, Kraken Devourer, we need you. We need you. It's almost dead. Just devour it. Good enough. And that's dead. Oh, sure, I can go show all of them. Some of them I change from time to time, and depending on what I need to do. But yeah, I'll go over them again. Let's see. Troops. I don't have them really well organized, but let me see. I definitely need to reorganize them. So, pure brown. I use either Gorgolfa or Cockatrice. Lately, I've been using Cockatrice because Gorgolfa keeps getting countered by Scion. And I use Cockatrice, Emperor Corvash, Corrupt Sorceress, and Emperina. The main core of this team is Cockatrice plus Emperor Corvash, or Gorgolfa plus Emperor Corvash. Everything else is basically optional depending on what you need for the particular battle. That's all you really need, those two, to win. Of course, Cockatrice, if you don't have Gorgolfa fully traded, would be the better option. And sometimes even he's just the better option just in general. The main reason why I actually have Cockatrice here instead of Gorgolfa, even though I have it, like I mentioned, is Scions. A lot of Scion famines, and this a Cockatrice counters out Scion famine a lot harder than a Gorgolfa does. Gorgolfa can't really even do much to them other than feed them damage. My purple team, I always use a Scion fully traded first slot. That is pretty much mandatory. I also always use a Kraken. I always use an Amnesia, and last slot I could occasionally change, but generally I use Elamagrim due to the fact it has Impervious and an attack reduction on it. For pure yellow, I always have used this every single yellow day pretty much. I have to say out of all 6 of the color days, yellow is the absolute easiest if you happen to have all 4 of these. It's Gorgolfa, Moloch, Amnesia, Famine. Covers everything. You have a tank, you have 2 mana generators, you have 2 mana drainers, and you have a summoner. And it has a really, really solid tank that basically never dies, and if it does, well, Amnesia is there to go and summon. One thing that makes this particularly strong is it uses 4 daemons, so you're getting 2 attack and 1 magic, and you're also getting 1 attack and 1 life on all 4 of your allies, including the summon once you get the summon every single turn, so that starts to stack for quite a bit of value. For Red Day, I generally run Crimson Bat, Valkyrie, Draculus combo. You can also run this with a fully traded def. I run it with Void Portal due to the fact it has Impervious and the fact that after you do 1 Valkyrie cast, it has a summon. For green, that's just a green Impervious. Where's my actual green team? Did I already show my green team? Oh, safe blue, green. I forgot about that. My blue and green is just spam Krystenax. For Green Day, I sometimes also go Giant Spider Kraken, Giant Spider Kraken. But as I mentioned in the previous video and have done many times before, 4 times Krystenax is enough to win both green and blue Guild War days, assuming they don't tweak it after Guild Wars comes back. And what else? Wait, Kraken team that? No, that's a... Oh, this was probably the team. But yeah, a Giant Spider Kraken, not with a green seer, but just Giant Spider Kraken also works on Green Day. And the only thing left is purple. And for that, I tend to use a Herdmaster and pretty much the same team I showed earlier. Oh wait, never mind. I showed purple twice. Well, I have 2 different variants of it. And I believe that's all of them. Did I miss a color? I don't think I missed a color. Yeah, that's all 6 of the colors. Oh, also for Blue Day, you can sub out the Krystenaxes for a Scion Corvash double Krystenax instead. Is it worth using Totem for this double trait stones? Totem for the double trait stones. You're running totem. Oh yeah, sorry, you're on console. I was wondering, like, wait, totem? No, or yes, kind of. If you're just gonna be using it like you are, just using it as like a dead troop in your team, then yes, it is worth it for the 2x trait stones. If you're trying to build a whole entire war gear team or something, you're better off just using your normal team. But yeah, if you're just gonna throw like some kind of like Dragon Soul kind of related team, all dragons just with a totem in the back, that's perfectly fine. And it would be worth it for the 2x trait stones, as long as you're winning at about the same exact rate. And shouldn't be too big a deal. If you're desperately like going a lot slower due to using it, then you might as well just drop it, because you'd just be winning more and getting more trait stones anyways by not using it. But yeah, if you do a nice triple combo and you find that it can survive through it, then you might as well do it and get the extra trait stones. And that's for console, because you guys just got the totem this week, the war gear week. Okay, where else do we need to move? I guess we'll do that. A nice drop. You found Wolf Garrick today? Nice. Is he good? No, for the most part. The main struggle that Wolf Garrick has is he has a ridiculously low amount of damage. Like one of the lowest in the game. Actually, I believe he does have the lowest in the game. The lowest mana cost to damage ratio of any troop currently in Gems of War is what the Wolf Garrick has. He makes up for this by being able to devour when he gets a kill. But the problem is, he has such ridiculously low stats that you're barely ever even going to be getting the kills. Most people just tend to run a Great Maul instead, or a Cabarrus instead. Especially since I don't think console got the nerf on Cabarrus yet. I'm not sure. But yeah, I wouldn't really bother with the Wolf Garrick for the most part. The only time that he might be okay is if you're under level 200 and you happen to have gotten him. You would be able to use him quite a bit better, because the stats that you're having to deal with are a lot lower than later in the game. So in that particular instance, it might be okay. But for the most part, I wouldn't really bother. And that's match. Hello, Neon Shoe. Welcome. Is Infernus worth fully trading? Yes, Infernus is worth fully trading. Especially if you have Eldamagrim fully traded. Oh, you're level 750? Oh, I wouldn't even bother with a Wolf Garrick then. Wolf Garrick in its current state would be useless to you at that high of a level. There's some really, really weird teams that you can make with it using like a Forest Guardian fully traded. And there's a couple teams that you can also do if you have multiple Wolf Garricks. But one single Wolf Garrick generally doesn't tend to get much usage. Though, in the current week that you're on right now, I believe he has a 50% bonus. And if he does have a 50% bonus, then you might as well use him, at least this week. But past this week, I wouldn't really bother. There's also one other thing that you sometimes use Wolf Garrick in as well is an all-impervious team. Generally, you never really need an all-impervious team. Very, very, very occasionally it is needed. And Wolf Garrick, when you do need a all-impervious team, is sometimes used on it. I would say probably just put your trait stone in other troops though, because the amount of times you would need that is like once maybe every like 300 battles, 500 battles. I would use it occasionally in Guild Wars, putting Wolf Garrick into full impervious teams, but that was very, very rare. That was back when Cabarrus had a 50% devour chance, and he was being ran like every single time. So I was running an all-impervious team to negate all of the devours. But it's very rare that you would actually ever need to utilize it. What is this board right now? It's amazing how many shuffles we can get and still not get a good board. It's why the mechanic has never really been used, ever. Yeah, we'll just take a skull, I guess. Oh, we couldn't have gotten a Devour. That would have been a double kill for the win. Takes a skull. We'll throw down on a brown. Get the split. And that's match. Oh, no. That's not match. 2 HP. No, that'd be funny if I actually won that way. Or got a summon. Actually, that wouldn't be funny. That'd be annoying. But there we go. Down it goes. Where do you find the info for on bonus? Wait, on bonus current week. If you're looking for the bonuses on the current week, you go over to the events, and then you click down through these. I believe they're normally at the top. Right here, you can see they're the second and third option. I'm not quite sure where they normally are in the alignment. I believe they're generally towards the top. Not quite sure if it changes from week to week. But yeah, you just click over to events and it'll show it over to the side. Also, if you click on any card that happens to have a bonus on it, it'll show it over top what it is. As you can see, Week of Elves, all elves gain 25% to their skills, and you can also see it that way just by clicking the card that has the respective bonus. And if it has both of them, it'll tell you all of what it needs. Like for example, if we go under Elf and click on one of these, it'll show Week of Elves, all elves gain 25%, and Week of Silverglade, all Silverglade gains 25%. So that's another way that you can look at it. But generally, you just go into events and then boom, there they are. It also shows how much longer the week goes on for. But yeah, the weekly reset for them is on 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever your equivalent is to that. Move that over. No, dead ends. Now we don't have anything to do. Guess we could throw it on green. Oh, never mind, we do have a green alignment. Well, that'd be perfect then. I wish the charms would evenly spread out a bit more. Well, this time it is, but sometimes they like to clump and just keep hitting the same enemy over and over again. It's really weird. Charm is one of the few abilities in the game where it randomly hits an enemy where you do not want it constantly hitting the same enemy over and over again. Because the more you hit the same enemy over again, the more likely it is that you end up killing one of them. And the more enemies that you end up killing, the less effective Charm becomes. Well, it just became even more less effective. Because it leaves less targets for it to be able to hit. Alright, well now Charm does nothing. Still gonna use it for shuffling though. There we go, and that's match. Yeah, I think this might be the best Wisp team now. This should have been what I showed earlier. I should have done it the reverse and showed this during the video and showed the other one when messing around during the stream. But yeah, double Wisp, Giant Spider, Wisp, Kraken seems pretty solid. Let's see. You got lucky this morning and got Aurora on 50 event keys. Nice, you hit level 1000 today and you got a Queen Aurora. Queen Aurora I don't normally advise using unless you have her fully traded. I do find it very well worth it to fully trade her if you actually can afford it. But she's not overly used. It's normally a toss-up between using her or Gorgolfa, and it really just depends on the team. Also depends if you're up against a Scion, because facing a Scion, it's better to use Queen Aurora than it is to use another option. Also for defending, like what he's doing, it's better to defend with a Queen Aurora than it is to defend with a Gorgolfa, because Gorgolfa is excessively bad on defend on all versions of the game. There isn't a single version of the game where he's actually good. Though he's particularly bad on both the PC and mobile version, mainly because he keeps spamming his ability over and over again, even when other troops have an ability. If you put him in like first slot, he'll just keep spamming it forever until you inevitably give the enemy a good move, because it's only a matter of time before it does a bad board. And that's match. Oh, never mind, we don't even need a shuffle. There we go. 5 Draculuses? Throw all the Draculuses. Is Whip strong enough for Guild Wars? Bringing one of them, yes. Bringing multiple of them, no. Mainly because you won't have a Giant Spider to feed it. It would be impossible on a pure color day of Guild Wars to use a Wisps plus Giant Spider. So, Wisp, I would advise one of them. The main thing that makes it pretty decent is, well, for one, it gets his ability up really quick, but it also has the magic link. And anytime when you have a Guild War team, it's generally good for a pure color day to have as many links of the color of that day as possible, because it will end up helping you out a lot. And the fact that this has a +1 will work out really good. The main thing probably competing for this slot in Guild Wars would be a Miststalker or a Dragon Soul, generally. Because both of those are really, really good options. It really just depends on what your situation is in a given battle and what you think is actually needed. But yeah, I think Wisp would be strong enough to substitute a non-damaging red-purple. Like if you're using a support red-purple like a Dragon Soul, and as long as that's not your only mana generator, you can probably get away with replacing it with a Wisp. If it is your only mana generator, then you're better off just... Oh no! I meant to go to the right. You're better off just sticking with the Dragon Soul. I really hate that the way that gems swipe. I don't know for sure 100% that the way that gems swipe is different now than what they used to be prior to the Unity update. And it's really annoying because they sometimes do those incorrect moves, not deliberately obviously, but whenever I swipe, sometimes it goes into the wrong direction because it's a lot more sensitive now when you do like if I move like slightly in a diagonal, like this, and swipe it over to the left, like a slight diagonal, like from this corner to this corner of the gem, it will sometimes make it go down instead of left, which obviously I wanted to go left if I'm doing it that way. And it has some other really weird interactions sometimes. I like this. No, let's see. Yeah, like occasionally, if I like try doing it over to the left, it's like, whoop, nope, I want to go that way. And with every other direction as well. It's a little bit annoying. Let's see. Still haven't gotten used to it yet. And now we can't use any more of that. Just throw the Kraken. Got the Devour, did not get the other, never mind, we'll just throw that down. And that's match. Okay, not match yet. Double shuffle. 1. Giant spider, dead. Is that enough damage? Good enough. There we go. Wisp is Bay. Hello, Salty. Welcome. Oh yeah, we do have redeem codes, by the way. Salty gave them to us, I think yesterday. A little late, but oh well. At least we have them now. But yeah, we do have redeem codes. I'll have one out in about like a half an hour. Probably on the hour we'll have it. Okay. Move over on purple. Any news on the crafting system? Haha. Yeah, the one who says Gems of Ore right now is Salty, I believe. I don't think anyone else runs that account. I know occasionally it used to be Surian, but now it's just Salty all the time. Where do we go? Let's take the green over. No, we don't have any move, and we're out of shuffles. And you're back at uni? I guess uni stands for university? Don't know what else uni would stand for. Let's see. Do it on the green. Extra turn. Get the wisps going. Oh, the wisp. And another one. Actually, let's just throw this first. To get Kraken up just in case we won't be able to do it. No target. Oh no, we don't have anything else to aim it at. That's not good. Well, we can still reshuffle. And we need the mana. We need better blue alignment, or we need the mana for a giant spider. It's not quite what I needed. I'll just throw the Kraken. And that is. And that's match. How you been busy? Yeah, I bet. So is there any news on the crafting system then? You avoided the question. Because I'm really curious about that too. Is there any approximate time frame to when we'll be able to beta test it, do you think? Or still no? Or will we even be able to beta test it? I hope so. That'd be fun. Oh, you said ahaha, no. Oh, okay, that's what that was too. I didn't know if that was to something else or not. Okay, well, we'll throw that down. Gonna get better blue alignment. Throw it now. That's probably not gonna get better than that. And it misses anyways, fail. No, okay, good. He did get distracted on the Corvash at least. But now we're frozen on purple. Oh, double kill! And that's pretty much match, because we can just do that. Oh wait, never mind, that's not enough mana. No! There we go, that is though. And now we can do Giant Spider. Oh, I didn't really need to do Giant Spider. Oh yes I do. Because we can get an extra turn off the skull, which will keep our turn. And then we can Kraken. Yeah, gem spawners are still horribly bad. You think you guys give out ETAs? Who do you think we are? Yeah, you guys normally don't announce it until, like, right when it happens. Yeah, gem spawners do need to be fixed. They're still really broken. Is that something that is being is that something that is being worked towards? Because gem spawning on PC right now is very, very broken. Like, I don't mind it being nerfed, but it's to a point where the way you play the game isn't even the same anymore due to how it is. A lot of troops are completely dead content now due to how the gem spawning currently works. They either need to be buffed or the system needs to be changed as far as gem spawning. Where do we go? Let's take a blue. We're not frozen or anything like last time, so we can actually extra turn like crazy. That would get annoying if these things start getting frozen though. Because unlike the War Sphinx, this does not have impervious. So if it gets frozen, it will not get the extra turn off the shuffle. Also, I don't even realize that this thing has Dispel sometimes, because it never gets used. And if it does, then, well, yay, Dispel. But I feel like it's never even getting utilized. Not that many people even run stats effects these days. And if they do, it's normally just Krystenax getting Enchant. Is about the only thing that generally happens from it. Oh, let me go throw this down, I guess. A waste of mana, but we need a better board. We still have a horrible board. Nothing else, at least we'll get some poke damage. And keep chipping them down. Keep the pokes going. And if we get Devour, that's match. Or never mind, we don't even need Devour. Just that Lucky Skull. If there was an ETA, you would let me know, trust me. Oh, thanks for that. What's in the works this minute? I believe... Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to Nimhane and her thing about the kingdoms? She said one day that she was going to make a post about what you guys are doing on kingdoms, but she has yet to ever make a post about that, I don't think, unless I completely missed it. Let me go check the forum. I don't believe Nimhane has made a post as far as what she meant when she said she was going to make one of those like Nimhane's lair things on the forum, kind of explaining everything, but then she never did. That was from like what, a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago now. Because I'm kind of curious what you guys are working on with kingdoms, because those do need reworking, particularly the home kingdom kind of aspect. Home kingdom is so irrelevant in the game right now. Everyone just does White Helm because that's the only viable option. Well, at least later in the game. Earlier on, there's a few other options, but later in the game, it's literally the only option. As long as you want to, as far as optimal home kingdom anyways. Let's see. Oh, throw that down. Oh, we got one kill. That's unfortunate. That feels... This is a weird team. The more kills we get, the less damage we do. Well, I guess there's a couple of troops that are like that. But the process of killing them actually makes us do less damage, which is a little bit annoying. But the Wisp do seem to be pretty strong. I see why they got rid of the Empowered on them. Though, to be honest, I don't really even notice that they got rid of Empowered. Because the only difference is you have to waste one turn now to get both of them up. And that's not too bad, given how good they actually are. Can we get an extra turn anywhere? Just because that's all we need to win. And down it goes. Is there a replacement for Kraken in this team? Yes. Basically any purple troop in the game. Though, do keep in mind that you do a lot less damage with any other purple. But you could use a Dragon Soul, you could use a Death, you could use a Creeping Death even. Generally, you do want to use things that do have a chance at least of getting an extra turn, if possible. That or just really, really huge damages. But yeah, any purple troop in the game would work. Kraken does appear to be the best though, just because you're going to be getting so many extra turns. And with all those extra turns, you're going to be getting damage. And that damage will help because Charm is already doing a little bit of damage to all enemies. And then add that on top of the fact that you're doing a little bit of damage from the charms. And you'll hopefully get an even kill on the entire enemy team. That won't always happen, but you have a better chance of it happening with a Kraken. But yeah, that would be the replacement then. Basically any purple troop. Or any damaging purple troop, I should say. And the Kraken. And there goes the Devour. What's my favorite troop? My favorite troop is probably Dragon Soul. Dragon Soul, Krystenax, Kraken, Emperina, even though I don't normally use it that often. It is one of my favorite troops. And Princess Elspeth is actually pretty fun too. Bombot, Guard's Avatar. I'm naming so many troops, but I do have a lot of favorites. If I had to pick only one, my favorite overall would probably have to be Dragon Soul. Well, throw that up. Get the double. Nothing to do. Actually, this is an okay board for Kraken. I'm still going to shuffle though. It's about the same effectiveness as before. Shuffle one more time. Now I kind of don't want to do that move because we take too many blues off the board if we do. So I'm just going to throw the Kraken. Ah, and we still miss even though I was trying to do that deliberately to help us not miss. Giant Spider on the purple. Throw these down just for shuffling purposes. We could already just won the game, but let's see. Yeah, we'll send them. I keep forgetting that we can just throw that for extra damage whenever we have alignment. Yeah, there are some people who are very high level who don't have some of the epics. I had the same issue with me. I had a really funny issue ages ago, like about 2 years ago in this game. I got every single ultra rare in the game before I got every single rare. And this was back when the keys used to drop. There wasn't like such a thing as a gem key. And I was opening mainly just the normal keys, yet I was still never getting an alchemist, which at the time was actually one of the best troops in the game. And it's still pretty competent of a troop. But back then, battles used to cost gold, so everyone wanted to put an alchemist in their team in order to make sure that they would perpetually be able to easily do all the battles and have plenty of gold. But I didn't have it, and it was very annoying. Luckily, 1 year later, they removed gold costs from the game. Battles no longer cost gold in any way, shape, or form. Would Krystenax work in this team? You could try it. I don't think Krystenax would work in this particular team, though, mainly because it's fully blocked by Giant Spider. At that point, you're better off just going triple Wisp with Giant Spider and killing out the final ones with Skulls. The only problem with that is you might have 2 of them to have to kill out instead of just 1. But generally, you would need another purple there, even if it's just something like really weak. As long as it can single target, like right now, you would need, at this moment, something in last slot that has the capability of quickly getting rid of 2 very low HP troops. And any troop in the game that can do that would be fine, preferably one that uses purple mana, because you're going to get a lot of excess purple with this team that you're not actually going to use. Oh no, we got a summon. That's not good. That will delay the battle. Oh, that's a big clump right there. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There we go. Oh wait, what did Kathy say? Let's see. Da-da-da. Looking for more devs? I don't know if they need any more. Let's see. Our team is small. Actually, there are only 8 in the office today. You can't tell if you're... you got a good team right now. Yeah, they're all in Australia. That's all the chats. All the chats. Yeah, I currently have every weapon, I think. I can't think of a single one that I don't have. Because basically everyone who started playing from day 1 tends to have every single weapon. Because way back in the day, for about a year and a half, they used to do a weapon every single other week. And I think at one point they even tried doing a weapon every week at one point, and then they quickly stopped doing that. But that only lasted for, I think, a couple months. But there was a time where you used to be able to gain so many different weapons through the through the glory system. But then they would never be obtainable again. They have been selling them for $5 recently in the shop. And I believe I heard at one point that they're going to be adding it to the crafting system. I don't know if Salty can confirm that or not. But that would be a good way to finally introduce them back into the game, would be the crafting system. Or just anything at all. There's a lot of... I think about 10%, 20% of the weapons these days are not really obtainable anymore, due to the fact that you don't get them from natural hero mastery. And they only were really released during their respective event and then never attainable again. You think crafting's going to be a surprise? Well, we'll find out. Hopefully a fun surprise. Surprise! Ew, surprises are gross. Yes, we want to know every single tiny detail related to it. Also, Salty, will you guys finally make a preview for it, like an actual video preview? You guys haven't been making video previews for a while now. I miss them. Like you used to. I don't know who was like really in charge of doing that in the past, other than Suri and doing audio for it. But you guys used to do. Always do the little preview things, and they're always really cool because we got to see all the things as an actual video. But you guys haven't done that for almost a year now. You haven't made a video for one of the patches, or multiple videos. Some of them even made for, I think one of the patches had like 3 or 4 preview videos, but we haven't had one for almost a year now. Let's see, we'll move that up and throw that again. Kraken. And giant spider. And that's match. Yay, you'll be making one for crafting. Hopefully. I'm gonna hold you to that. You're now 100% obligated to go make one for crafting. That'd be a perfect one to do it for, too. Because this game has been needing a crafting system for a very, very long time. Also, why did I not take the purple? Every single time we have the option to take a purple on first turn, I definitely need to take the purple instead of the red. It's way more effective than taking a red, because we have, like, plus... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have plus 4 on our purple. We have plus 0 on our red. So we're gaining more than twice as much taking a purple than compared to taking a red, even though technically both colors are needed. No, I don't want to take red. I was just explaining why I didn't want to take red, and now it's making me take red. And it just drained my mana. There we go. Get our double shuffle down. Shuffle number 1. Take our purples. Take our green. Dead. Shuffle number 2. Take our blues. Shuffle up number 3. Trying to convert something that's not blue. Now we don't have any. Oh no, we do. We have it on brown. Perfect. Then we got our Kraken, which I'll wait before we throw. I need a bigger clump of blues. That'll be sufficient. Oops, I forgot to take the skull first. No, we could have won. If I would have taken that skull, we would have won right there. Now we win. You said hopefully. Oh yeah, how is Guild War looking? Does it look like we will actually have Guild Wars back next week, or is it going to be delayed further? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't exactly say what has been changed with that, but I am really, really curious. Currently it says 6 days, 6 hours, and 9 minutes, which would be next Monday, though I don't know if you guys are going to delay it further than that. But yeah, I have been missing Guild Wars a little bit. Though it has been a nice break, I do have to say. I would not be against if Guild Wars was not a weekly thing, if it was like a bi-weekly thing or something. Because having the break in there actually is kind of nice. Though this long of a break is starting to make me miss it a little bit. Well, what do we do here? Throw down to that. No extra turn. No good Kraken spots. Still no good Kraken spots, but we're going to throw it anyways. We'll just take the skull. Get our purples. Insert random corporate answer here. Arturo. Let's see. I'll just take the blue, because we do gain slightly more on the blue right now. Actually, quite a bit more. We're on +2 blue. We don't have any plus on our green. What happened to all of our purples? Wait, did he have something that removes purple? Oh, he turned them into skulls. That's what happened. Aha. Okay, that'll explain where all of our purples went. Get a shuffle. And, of course, the few purples on the board did not align as I needed them to. We could actually lose this one. Take a double skull. And need to cast this giant spider already so we can get a cast in. Let me do Kraken then the spider. Good. And now we don't have a spider cast. I was going to do it on blue as a backup. But we destroyed so many blues by doing that we don't have one anymore. There we go. Good job, Salvanimora. Supporting our team with the correct move. And that's match. Oh, never mind. That's not match yet. That is match. Oh, I could have just taken the skull. Fail. Don't stop you now. You're on a roll. Yeah, you can go months without Guild Wars, to be honest. I don't know. I do really like doing the Guild Wars. It's just every single day was a bit much. 3 months straight of playing for mandatory 1 hour every single day is not horrible, but that's a lot to expect out of an entire guild, constantly, perpetually, forever. Let's see. Particularly the top guilds, because the top guilds, pretty much everyone forces their members. It's like, you absolutely have to do the guild war. It's not an option. Because, of course, more casual guilds is optional. But late game, it's not optional, generally. We'll throw down the Kraken. And that is match. Oh, I was going to swipe a skull. That works too. When will mobile get 4 times? They're beta testing it right now. I'd assume in a couple weeks. I'd assume a couple weeks from now. I don't believe they sent it to Apple yet. I'm not actually beta testing it, so I wouldn't know. Also, thank you for the subscribe, L. Jones Photos. Much appreciated. Also, that reminds me. I'll go give out the redeem code after this battle. And if you guys want me to go over any teams or have any questions or anything, feel free to leave them in chat. Also, I don't know if Salty's still here, but we also had a dev in chat, so I don't know. Yeah, she's still around as well. So if you have any questions for her, don't know if she'll answer them, but she is here. Let's see. I'll throw down that. Get a skull. Also, Salty, thank you and all the devs for creating a event troop that actually isn't dead content immediately. Because that has been happening a lot lately. But yeah, this troop's actually amazing, the Wisp. Not overpowered amazing, but it's nice for once. It's a good change of pace. And it can actually be used in a different style than what you would do with most teams. Because Charm is a really underused... Charm and Shuffle are both really underused. And now we have a troop that uses both of them. And is actually good. It's the only Charmer and the only board Shuffle in the game that is usable at the current moment. Every other option is basically dead content. Yeah, I know. Wisp is a lot of fun to use. I've mainly just been using it with this, but there is a lot of potential with it in other teams too, particularly for Guild War purple days. Not so much red days, but the purple, mainly because it has the +1 purple for it. The +1 purple on a red day would basically be a waste because of its mana cost. It works on Miststalker because it's 10 mana cost, but since this has a 9, you would only ever use it on purple day. Red day, you would basically waste the entire trait because you wouldn't be able to use it. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There'd be one instance where you could be able to use it, but it'd be very rare. You'd have to Surge on a 4 times. Then that would give you 9 mana instead of 8. That's the only instance where it would actually be good. But yeah. Oh, and that in, you know, just within purple teams, of course. But if you're using on a pure red team, that's the only case it'll be good, is if you take a 4 times of purple, which I guess would happen quite a bit. But you wouldn't have the luxury of using Giant Spider, which is the only problem with that. And it would happen a lot less. Because with this team, we can get as many 4 times as we want. That's a bit different when we Don't have the spider though. Not much. We'll throw down the purple. Or throw up the purple. Throw up. I always need to rephrase that. I sometimes end up saying that. Seems like a weird choice of words. Okay, we'll go take the blue. Up. Something died. The Wisp. How could you? I almost feel like getting the Wisp to Mythic. I might just do it. I have a feeling I will be using it into the future. And it's going to be like a month before it gets into the drop pool. So I might as well go get it. I'll need to double check how much glory we have to waste to do it, but I think it will be worth it, given how much we're actually using it. Particularly this week. But even into the future, I'll probably still be messing around with it. Because it is quite a fun troop. There we go. Yeah, let's go get it to Mythic right now. And then I'll go give out the redeem code. Your equal opportunity, Salty. Yeah, we're almost at 1.9k, which I actually haven't bothered to do yet today. But yeah, let's go upgrade this thing to Mythic. I forgot how many more copies we need. So I'm just going to click the button 25 times. Or 26, somewhere around there. Because that's how many we need. So we'll know for sure that'll be enough. Where's the glory? Well, oh, also, it's been suggested in the past. I know you guys are working on a lot of things. But adding a mass buy for these glory rewards would be great. Particularly for weeks where you have to buy a lot of them. Right now, we're going to have to click this 25 times. I think you would have to cast it how many times? Somewhere's around, I think, 40, 50 times just to get to the point where you want to. Also, I completely lost track how many we're at. I think we're at like 7 or 8 right now. Let's just call that 8, 9, 10. It's only going to cost us about 7,500. Yeah, about 7,500. Oh wait, no more than that. We need 25. No, that's about right. Yeah, 7,500 glory is about how much it's going to cost. Hello, Anna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Still not sure how entering a code onto that site works. You don't have to do the login thing. You don't need to be logged in to redeem the code. That login feature on the website, on the forum you need to log in to post, but the login for the website itself is basically an outdated piece of that website because there's really no need to log into the website itself. The only thing that was used for was to post on the blog post, but now everyone just posts on the forum, so it doesn't really get used. But yeah, all you have to do is go to gemsofwar.com and then go under game code, and then just type in your invite code and then the code, the code itself. Let me see how many wisps we have. Oh, we already have enough. Perfect. Good thing I stopped. That's exactly enough. And there we go. 4 copies of it on Mythic. Actually, I went a little bit too far. I don't think you'll ever need more than 2. Very rarely, maybe you'll use 3. Though, I guess 4, in case someone asks me, hey, go do a team of 4 Wisps. No, we're not going to do it. But in case someone asks that in the future, we have 4 Wisps. So there we go. 4 Wisps up to Mythic. Costs us a little bit of glory, but oh well. I think it'll be worth it. Oops, did I forget to level it? Oh, I leveled it. There we go. 4 maxed out Wisps. So let me go give out a code. Let's see which salty codes Salty has given us. Let's see. Redeem codes. We have, okay, there's one that's perfect for this. Let me go and copy these so I know which ones I used and you haven't used. Oops. Copy. Let's see. Salty gave... Salty, you gave some really interesting codes today. Wow. Wow. Well, I'll give the one... I'll just give the one that's most applicable to what we're doing right now. So we'll go and give out... Where is this one? Let me mark it so I know I used it. And this one. Wisps. All the wisps. Watch me wisp. And watch me nay. Fail. No. That's not how it goes, but oh well. Redeem code. Put that in. Wisps. And there we go. Okay, Wisps. And let me go get the link for any of you that don't know where to use it. You just go to gemsofwar.com underneath game code, and I'll also give the exact direct link as well with the code, so you can just copy paste it from chat. And there we go. Wisps, and there is where you use it, gemsofwar.com. / game code, or just go to gemsofwar.com, then click game code, and type it in there. And for that, you just put in your invite code and then the redeem code. The invite code is whatever, you just go to settings, and then whatever your game says right here is what you put for the invite code. That's your invite code for your account. Don't put mine, put whatever yours is. And the code that's underneath it is the code to redeem, and that's the Wisps, which is below me. And let me go do that for myself real quick. Tacet, Wisps, and I'm not a robot. Redeem, and successful. And that gives the normal reward of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And let's go open the gem key and see what we get. Nice! We finally get something okay from it, though we don't need another Borealis. Random Borealis off a gem key. So that works out. Generally, we get complete trash. Honestly, I would have actually preferred a runic trait stone than another Borealis, but there we go, we got a legend. Mainly because we have way too many Borealises. We have 30 Borealises, and nothing to do with any of them. So a runic trait, well, then again, I have so many runic trait stones too. Almost anything from that key other than a mythic I don't really need, to be honest. Unless I happen to get one of the few troops that I don't already have. I guess I could get an arcane of some kind too. But we were almost stacked out on absolutely everything at this point. Though I guess I am getting a little low on runics. I'm not quite sure what's considered low these days though. Because this is enough to last for, I think, about 6 months. If I gained 0 runics from now into 6 months from now, assuming no new features were added, we would actually have enough runics to go the entire time without gaining a single additional one. Do that again? Wait, what? Do what again? What do you want me to do again, Maximuse? Oh, the watch me wisp? No. Do that dance again? That was funny. Well, I don't actually forget what the dance even is. That's an old video at this point. I'm surprised anyone still even gets that reference. Hello, Lowlights. Welcome. That face, Strawn. That face. What? Watch me wisp and watch me nay. I don't know. Well, how does that song even go? I would play it right now, but this video would get copyrighted in a matter of seconds. I think if I play it for like a few seconds, if I play it for like less than 10 seconds, it probably won't get copyright checked. Let me see. Let me go do that real quick. Oops, I don't want that open. Let's see. I forget how it even goes. I know it's watch me whip. Let me see. There we go. Let's see how long it takes till we get copyrighted. Oops, an ad. That will get copyrighted too. Let me mute it real quick. Let's see. Let me wait till the ad goes away. I don't use ad block. I never bother using ad block. Let me shuffle. Let me throw down a brown. And let's see. And let me go bring this up real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Where is it? Window capture. There it is. I'm not gonna bother making it full screen. Let's put it like right over there. Oops, muted. That dance. And yeah, that. Yeah, that. I can't dance for anything. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that. I can't dance. That's not a thing. That's not an actual thing. Oh, is that a new code as well? Tacet Nene? There we go. Oops, I still have it up, don't I? Wait, let me go remove that. There we go. Yeah, that. Let's see. Where do we need to move? You made your day. Gosh. Also, is the code is that an actual code? Or was that just a joke? Salty. Let me go double check the thing that Salty just posted. That'd be funny if that was a code too. All the codes. Redeem. Oh, it is actually a code. Tacet Nene actually is a code that Salty just made. So sweet, we just got another code. Well, there you go. There's 2 codes then. Let me go get the Salty Nene as well. Or not the Tacet Nene, whatever it was. Let me go copy paste that just so anyone coming in can also see it. Let me go get that. I don't have enough room for 2. So it's gonna look weird. Let's see, redeem code. There we go. There, at least it fits. Close enough. But yeah, there's 2 of them right now. Oops, let me go make that a little bit more centered. There we go. 2 codes. Never actually bothered putting 2 codes up. That box was not made to be able to support 2 codes. But there we go. I know this is going to get copyrighted so hard, this video. Though there is a chance that it might not get picked up, because we only did it for a very, 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 very short amount of time within the video. Though we're only going to make like $1 or 2 off this video, so if that's literally all they claim, I don't really care. But there we go, we got it in. I have done very, very short clips of Vivo things before, and they haven't gotten copyrighted. I've only ever gotten copyrighted once, and that was when I accidentally used a copyrighted song as a background into one of my videos. But that's the only time I've ever got it copyrighted ever. And that's because it went for like literally the full duration of the song like 2 times over. But yeah, that was the only time. It was for when we found a bot. I needed some kind of music in the background for when we found a bot. We were watching a bot. My video that goes over what a bot looks like. I forget exactly what it's called. But that was the only video I've ever done that got copyrighted. At least so far. I'm normally pretty cautious about it. If your invite code has an underscore in it, you do it and you type that as well. Yes, if it has an underscore, you type the underscore as well. Generally, if you do have an underscore in your name, it'll be something like Tacet, or like if this had an underscore, it'd be something like Tacet, then underscore, then a number. If you made your account more recently, it's normally Tacet underscore and then like 4 random letters or something. I don't think they do the number system anymore. It's very rare, I think, these days to have a name that doesn't have any underscore in it whatsoever, that is literally just exactly what your name is. Because I believe the way that they give invite codes now is a little bit different, just simply because they're starting to get too many people with the exact same names. Oh yeah, and this was the redeem code for the other redeem code below. And of course, same reward, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And let's see, can we get another legend? No, that's very unlikely. Let's see, come on, Runic. Oh, epic. Well, that's actually really above average. We got a legend and an epic, though this is a useless one. Salamander is... Salamander has been useless since it came out and has never not been useless. Yeah, that's about it. Has way too high of a mana cost for how little it does, and there's nothing special about it. All it does is damage to an enemy and then burns them. The best thing that does damage to an enemy and then burns is Lava Elemental, and that's a 10 mana cost, and basically with a ridiculously high boost ratio. So basically every single target burner in the game has to compete with that. And even though this is targeted, it has a 3 higher mana cost, does less damage, and has worse traits. So doesn't really work out. So Salamander has been dead content for a while now, unfortunately. Yeah, and Furnace burning everything. Anything that has Pyromania is okay with that. The biggest issue with using Pyromania into an Furnace is every single troop currently in the game that has the ability to do 2 times damage to burning enemies are all red. So you're going to block your mana. And you can't use a Hellcat to feed them red, because then you block that as well. And then you'd be blocking all 3 of Infernus's mana, which is something that you do not want to do. Blocking some of it, of course, is fine. Blocking all of it is not. Well, I shouldn't say that. There is one instance where you can block all of it and it would be fine. And that would be in a Desdemona, in a Elamagrim team. In an Elamagrim team, you can completely block out your fully traded Infernus, and it wouldn't have any effect on your team whatsoever, because the only thing you need him for on that particular team is the burn and nothing else. Why did I not take that? A 5 times gold is sitting there. It's like, I'm not gonna go for it. Well, we should still win, but that was a very bad move. I didn't catch there. Double Celestacia on those keys? Really? Wow, that is very lucky. I don't know why. These keys must be like special or something now. They're normal keys, but they're getting really lucky. Because we ended up getting a legend finally for once as well. It's been a while since we gotten a legend from one of them. Yeah, anyone just getting here, 2 redeem codes below. That'll make up for all the redeem codes we haven't had all weekend. Let's see. By the way, you finally got Green Seer you were looking for. Nice! Congrats, Lowlight. Yeah, that's really nice. There's a lot of teams made out of Green Seer Giant Spider. The most notable one being, of course, Double Kraken. But there's plenty of things other than Double Kraken that works with it as well if you don't happen to have it. Let's see. But yeah, Alchemist, Hellcat, and Green Seer Giant Spider, both very, very devastating. The hardest 2 things to get out of both of them is, of course, the Green Seer and the Hellcat. So once you finally get them, it's really nice. Also, that was a huge flash of lightning out there. I didn't hear a bang, but like flashed like crazy. That was weird. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. There goes the bang. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You probably will soon. That's actually really loud. Alright, we'll move that down. Throw down the Kraken. And move that over. Move that down. And dead. You're gonna make a coffee, you'll be back. Well, we will be here a while. We'll be here for at least the next 50 minutes as long as my connection doesn't break. There's a lightning storm outside. But as long as we don't lose connection, we'll be here for about 45 minutes, hour or so. And if you guys still have any questions, any teams you want me to do, just let me know. I've kind of just been messing with this almost the entire time now. Mainly because I wanted to mess around with the new Wisp. It is a really fun troop. Not sure if there's anything better than this, though. There's probably things that you could put it in if you're only going to put like 1 Wisp in. But as far as the best Wisp team, I think this is about it. Mainly because you have the Kraken constantly getting the damage. And you get the charm to poke them down, and then you eventually just split kill. It's basically like an AoE team that moves a bit slower than most AoE teams, but it still ends up working out. It's definitely not one of the better teams in the game, though. It is actually relatively slow, but it is pretty fun. The only reason why it's slow is because you have to do so many casts to actually get them killed compared to most teams. Okay, well, throw that down. And you also have to check the board after every cast, too. Oh, no. A Justice. Oh, no, he has the counter to this. I forgot about that. I mean, not Justice. Humility is probably going to be really, really hard to take out with this. Because every single time we extra turn them, he's just going to get the heal and armor on all the other ones. Oh, gosh. Look at the Draculas. Wow. This could be bad. This could be really bad. We're giving it almost more armor than we're even doing in damage. Wow. Okay. Take that. This was a really bad idea to do against him. Oh no, it took away my brown extra turn. Well, I guess we didn't really need it. Please, Charm, hit it. I need to kill the Humilities before they win. Actually, let's throw a Kraken. Okay, we got Devour. And we have the blues waiting right there. And what else? Throw that down. Move that down. Throw it again. Fortunately, now there's no targets. Nor is there anything even worth taking off the board. Throw another one. Move that up. And let's move that over. Okay. Well, now we just have to kill Gigantic Draculas, which will still be annoying as well. Mainly because he could potentially still win if he gets lucky enough. At least he doesn't have Humilities to keep feeding him anymore. Oh, there was a yellow there I could have taken. Oh well. Trying to clear the board to try to get as many blues on it. Doesn't look like we have that many, but we'll throw the Kraken, and let's match. Banner for this team that we're using right now. It's +2 blue, +1 purple, -1 red. We don't really need to take the red. Oh yeah, I forgot. Our red's even lower because of that. But yeah, it's +2 blue, +1, +2 blue, +1 purple, -1 red, giving us a total of +4 purple, +2 blue, -1 red as our banners. Also, Demon or Angel, we're fighting you. Oh wait, no, Demon or Angel isn't here right now. Wait, is he? No, never mind. Demon or Angel isn't here. I don't think he is. But yeah, we're fighting his team. He's using the meta. Actually, this is what I'm using as my defending. Oh no, never mind. He's using a Spirit Fox in there. I'm using Scion. Why did I forget his name? Scion, Ragnagord, Famine Death is what I'm currently using. He's pretty much using the same thing, slightly different. A lot of people are running this right now. Until Mana Drain gets nerfed, it's going to be everywhere. Hello, Lulak. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, anyone just getting here, we do have 2 redeem codes below us to use. You use them on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code. It does only work on PC and mobile, unfortunately, but it gives you some free resources for the game. 1 gem key, 2 treasure maps, 2,500 gold, and 200 souls is what it gives. If I say in a different order, I always forget what they all are. You got an arcane beast trait stone in one of the codes? Nice. Oh, I could have used that as well. I could always use more arcanes. You never know when you might need more. It makes it so you don't have to farm them later. Yeah, arcanes and just trait stones in general, I tend to like more these days than actual troops. Mainly because I'm pretty much maxed out on all troops. But I'm not going to be maxed out forever on trait stones because they do diminish over time if I'm not farming them at all. Because I haven't had to farm trait stones for a very, very long time now. Mainly because I just keep using my glory to replenish my trait stones. And that alone might be enough if they don't ever add a new feature that uses them. Not sure if they will, not sure if they won't. Salty has not told us. Well, we might know when the crafting system comes out. From what I last heard though, crafting system will only likely use souls and possibly the new resource that they're adding. But mainly just souls. Because they're calling it a soul forge. So I don't see how it would not use souls if it's called a soul forge. That would be a really weird soul forge if it does not use souls. Plus souls don't have any purpose in the game right now once you finally level every single troop. So it would be the perfect resource to use. Where do you have to put the code? You do it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code is where you do it. I believe I still have it on copy paste as well. You do it on that website. Oh, never mind. That's not my copy paste. You do it on this website right here. Or just go to gemsofwar.com, then go underneath game code. But right there. It used to be doable in game, but then they had to change it, unfortunately, due to Apple policy. But yeah, that is where you do it now, is underneath that link. And your invite code is underneath your options menu. Okay. Did we take a skull? I don't think it's going to matter if we take one or not. I think we're going to switch over to some Krystenax teams now. Though then again, it doesn't even need to be a Krystenax week, and we already do Krystenax as most of our teams, though. Maybe we'll do a Krystenax team with a Wisp in it. That would not actually be good, though, because if we replace Dragon Soul with a Wisp, that would actually be bad. That wouldn't really be that helpful, unfortunately. Not in that team. There are many teams that you could sub in a Wisp. A Dragon team is not one of them, just because Dragon Soul is way too good with dragons to not use them. Plus free souls. Actually, even this team could probably fit a Dragon Soul. I just prefer having the double charm, though, and the double shuffle, just to give us better alignment. Yep, and we still miss, though. Doesn't matter if we have better alignment. Gem spawning will still find a way. No, I wanted a skull. Okay, well, let's do that, and that's pretty much match. Yeah, that is match. You tried using Inferno King before that team... wait, Lowlight, what team? Oh, you don't have a Kraken. Oh, if you don't have a Kraken for this team, yeah, you could try doing Inferno King. That would give you a lot of shuffles and a lot of alignment chances. The other one would be to use a Dragon Soul there, or a hero using Creeping Death. Would probably both be good. Fix spawner. I know, we need to fix the spawners. Well, we mentioned it to Salty while she was here. She said she was about to go get coffee right now. I don't know if she's back yet. She's stalking us now. But anyways, what was I about to go check? Oh, I was about to switch over to a Krystenax team. That's what we were going to do. Well, I guess we'll use this one. But let's just use our standard. This is just turned right back into our standard. I only showed the Dragonian Monk earlier for people that didn't happen to have the Gorgolfa. Also so we could say it's all dragons. Yeah, no problem for the redeem code, Jen. But yeah, this is what we normally use. This is one of the most solid PvP teams I'm aware of. and anyone this week who has the event keys to be able to get some more Krystenexes has half the team already. Now you just need to get Gorgolfa and a Dragon Soul. Actually, you can get Gorgolfa next week, by the way. So you would have 3/4 of this team between this week and next week. If you have the event keys, you would have 3/4 of this team within no time flat. So that'd actually be really nice if you happen to have some spares to be able to afford it both weeks. Because next week we're getting a... actually, let me go to the spoiler thing. I don't even have that open right now. Oh no. Where is it? Oh no. A problem. Does anyone have the link to the spoiler troop thingies? Oh no, I know where it is. I have a backup link in my description as well. Aha! Because I actually don't have it open right now. For some reason, the bookmark... actually, the problem is I have too many bookmarks, and it's hard for me to quickly find my bookmarks because I have so many. Here we go. I found it. Never mind. There we go. Found it. Let's see. Oh, no, it's not up yet, though. No, it's not up yet. Never mind. Oh, yeah, it is. No, it just didn't load yet. Here it is. Okay, but here's the link. Right over there is where all the troops are. For the Google document thing. Forgot to open that. But yeah, 2 troops coming in. There appears to be another gate and something else. So, Dwarven Gate. Gain magic +3 armor boosted by Dwarven allies. All other allies gain barrier and 5 mana. Whoa, they're probably going to pre-nerf that one. For only 10 mana cost, that does not seem that bad. Though it does have 0 attack, so maybe they won't pre-nerf it. They seem to like to pre-nerf stuff. This might actually be better than Fortress Gate, even though it's a common. It gains a similar amount of armor. It's boosted by Dwarves, so that means it's going to do even more than that. Though it's only a 1-to-1 ratio at the moment, so that's not really that big of a benefit. And then all other allies gain barrier and 5 mana. And that's just not... It's not just Dwarf allies, it's all allies. So that would actually be pretty solid. And that 5 mana alone, that would be a net gain of 5 mana every single cast. Because you're giving 3 other allies 5 mana. He doesn't give it to himself, but that would be 15 total. So yeah, the common... with the password thing, it actually seems pretty good. And now, what's the new legend coming, which is going to prevent you from getting as many Gorgolfas? But let's see. Stun the last 2 enemies. Okay, so a reverse Corvash with that. And deal magic +3 damage to them, boosted by Dwarven allies at a 6x boost ratio. Summon a random dwarf. That just made that ability viable. Reading it all the way up to that point, I would have probably said, okay, it's kind of average. But summon a random dwarf on top of that will make it viable. It also has 50... Oh, I didn't even read his final trait either. He gives 50% mana to all dwarves, so that's going to come into play. Anytime there's ever any good dwarves, he will be used with it. Let's see. And what's Fortitude? Immune to Stun, Poison, Disease, Deathmark, and Devour. Okay, that's a lot of things. That's not Impervious. What's that missing then? Wait, what's the difference between Fortitude and Impervious? Wait, Fortitude. Immune to Stun, Poison, Disease, Deathmark, and Devour. So Hunter's Mark would hit it. And Web would hit it. And probably a few other ones that I can't think of would hit it. Interesting. Okay. That will be interesting how that pans out. Surprised the gate didn't have Fortitude as well. Especially since the other gate has Impervious. Well, I guess they couldn't make the common too good. That would probably be way too much. Mana Shield? No, it doesn't have any Mana Shield on it, unfortunately. I don't think they're adding that until 3.1, if they're even adding it. Oh yeah, Salty. Oh yeah, Freeze and Burn. No, it has Freeze on it. Didn't it have Freeze on it as well? Let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, you can be frozen as well. So basically it has resistance against all of the really annoying ones. For the most part. Other than Freeze. Every very annoying status effect except Freeze is what that is. Oh, and Entangle. Oh, that's not really too big of a downside. He's not really something you would use as a tank. Yeah, that's interesting. It's like a mini Impervious. It's like half Impervious is what it is. Wonder if they'll make one for the other half. Though the other half would be a lot less effective, because that half has both Devour immune and Deathmark immune. which in the current meta is the best 2 immunities in the game right now. And freeze, but unfortunately it doesn't have freeze. Oh, and mana burn would hit it. Yeah, oh, never mind. Maximuse said mana burn. Yep, this team is so strong that it wins without me doing anything. I just take my move. It's like, okay, I gotta go take the other move and then cast. It's like, nope, we're just gonna win right now. But it's a dwarf. What have you taught us about dwarves? Dwarves are horrible, but there are some dwarves that aren't. Let's see. What would you end up using that with on when it comes in on Monday? Well, for one, you'd probably use the gate. You would use the gate in first slot, and you would use the dwarf in last slot. The new dwarf legend that's coming. And the rest of your team would end up being... Oh, yeah. The rest of your team would be... yeah. Useless, 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 very situational, useless, very situational, and nearly useless. That leaves very good, average, and that's it. So the only viable choices are very good, which has no damage, average, which also has no damage, situational based on the team that you're facing, and only used with other mechs, and basically useless. I don't know, I really hate Stonehammer. Some people like it, I personally hate him, but yeah, there's not that many options. So yeah, never mind. There would be very few things that you could actually do with that. But the troop itself is good, and the gate is good, but we'll have to see. Maybe we'll buff dwarves on Monday, who knows. They are currently one of the weakest troop types right now. Not the absolute weakest, but actually, then again, these days they might be the absolute weakest, I'm not sure. What is this? The poor dwarves. D8. How dare you? Apothecary. I know. Apothecary is a really good troop. I mentioned that. Apothecary is the only good dwarf. Like, if we were going on a rating of, like, 1 to 10, and how many, like, 1 being useless and 10 being amazing, like, the meta of the game, I'd probably place Apothecary as, like, a 9 or 10. Almost every other dwarf is below 5. But that might change slightly on Monday. Hopefully. Hopefully. Though, there are some situations, like, for example, under Dwarves, what's his name is really good in Guild Wars. Both Bombardier and, not Guild Wars, sorry, in Arena. Bombardier and Dwarf Lord are actually insanely good in Guild Wars. That's the only place they actually shine, though. PvP, they're useless. And yeah, that's about it. That's the only other redeeming quality that, it kind of has. Now, this is a reminder of how bad dwarves are, yep. Just a reminder, in case anyone didn't remember. But we'll see on Monday what we can do with it. Because the 2 newer troops, assuming they don't touch it again, do seem pretty interesting. Particularly the gate. I'm almost more interested in that common gate than I am in the legend. Because 50% to all dwarves is, like we just kind of went over, not really that useful. But the gate giving 5 mana to all other allies is pretty decent. Because it's basically like a, what's it called? It's basically like a Queen, Queen Jezebel? Yeah, Queen Jezebel. Without the randomness. Because Queen Jezebel does 3 to 6 to all other allies. Whereas the gate does a consistent 5. So you'd constantly know exactly how much mana you're getting. Even if it did a constant 4, that would still kind of be... Actually, no. That'd be worse than her. If they did a constant 5. But if they leave it as a constant 10... I mean, a constant 5, that would actually be pretty decent. Especially since that's a net gain of 5. Whereas with Queen Jezebel, it's normally break even or less. But her ability does do a lot of additional things as well. Oh, bye, Salty! have a good night. See you later. Actually, you guys are probably during the day. Never mind, it's not nighttime. You guys are probably like midday. It's probably like noon or 1 or 2 or by you. Probably like midway through the day where you're at. But yeah, have a good time, Salty. Goodbye. Fix dwarves. Make works on game. And hopefully do a preview for the crafting system. See ya. I know, feel free to stop by again. Glad that you could join us. Okay. Let's see. Where to go? We'll probably go and take that red. Take the brown. Take the other brown. And there we go, Gorgulpa. Skip the dwarves, fix the spawners. Well, they still have to rebalance troops too. But yeah, spawners would be a much bigger priority. I'd much prefer they fix the spawning than they fix the dwarves. Crafting system. Yeah, we are getting a crafting system next patch. We don't know much about it because Salty and every other dev is being all secretive about all the details. But yeah, it is coming next patch. Next patch, we have no clue when it's coming though. It could be anywhere from about another month to 2 months. Likely before the middle of September. Probably around like early September, I would want to say, is probably when it's going to come, though there's been no confirmed date to it. Please use a cheap 2x Krystenax team so you can build it. Oh, sure. You'd most likely just use all dragons if you're going to use a cheap 2x Krystenax. Actually, I might as well just build it over this. Yeah, cheap 2x Krystenax. You would need a... what would you use for mana generation on that? Do you have Green Seer? Because we could just go Green Seer. And actually, we could go Green Seer Giant Spider combo if we really wanted to. But probably just go 1 Green Seer and then go with a Dragotar. Let's see, where is he? There we go. Okay. And that would be the team. I'd also assume that you do not have this traded, your Krystenax. In which case, you'd probably use Krystenax like this. But if you don't have it traded, you would use Dragotar up front. Because he, on his second trait, which is much easier to obtain, has a 25% chance to summon another dragon in his place. So you'd probably run something like this with a minus red banner. What is the minus red banner? Oh yeah, the frozen banner. That'd be okay. Yeah, frozen banner. And there we go. Dragotar, Krystenax, Green Seer, Krystenax. If you don't have Green Seer... actually, do you have Green Seer? Because we would actually have to completely change this team if you didn't. Yeah, this would be a much cheaper team. If you didn't have the Green Seer, you'd probably just have to go a random dragon instead. Just so you'd be able to continue that bonus. That or some kind of mana generator. One of the two would have to be the replacement for it. See, throw that on. Can we get this on red? Yeah, because that's the one color we don't use. Might as well get it off the board. Though it would have been better doing it on brown there, which was what I was going to initially aim for. Okay, he has Corvash. That's annoying. And I have no way to distract him. There he goes. Not much I can really do about that. Let's just try getting Green Seer back up and repair. Where to go? Where to go? I'll probably try for a drop. Oh, wait, never mind. We could just go for the guaranteed. We'll take that. Take the brown. Move that over. And Green Seer on... There we go. On yellow. And now we have double Krystenax. And now the battle should go a lot smoother. Now that we do have double Krystenax. Let's get rid of blue. Seems to be using a lot of blue. Even though we kind of need the color. Oh, there we go. But yeah, once you get them going, you pretty much just win. There we go. Win! Oh, you just got Green Seer today? Well, that works perfectly. So yeah, you can just run that. Dragotar you use as a armor and attack buff for both your Krystenaxes. You can actually use Green Seer in last slot as well. Hey, free arcane. Nice. But yeah, if you find that they're tearing through a lot of your team, you'd probably be better off also using that there. But yeah, this would probably be what you use then. This or this, one of the two. Assume if you have Krystenax traded. If you don't have Krystenax traded, maybe something like this. Just to make sure you still have the tankiness of the Dragantars. I mean, of the Krystenaxes. But yeah, there's a couple different ways. Really depends what you need to do with it. Oh, you went away for a little bit and came back to 2 codes? Oh yeah, no problem. Oh, you missed the nay thing then. We did something really funny earlier. Yeah. But yeah, Nimhane was here too. I mean, not Nimhane, sorry. Salty was here too. You missed all the time when Salty was here. She didn't really answer much though, but she was here chatting with us and all that. 75 event keys worth going after only Queen Aurora. I would not bother with event keys if you have the Krystenaxes already. If you have 4 times Krystenaxes on Mythic, I would not advise going any further on event keys. Anything beyond that's not worth it. Oops, okay, well, I couldn't really do anything against that, I guess. No counter to mana drain. There we go. Okay, let's throw on yellows. There we go. Move that up. Move that over. Dragon Soul. And... can we not get an extra turn? There probably is, I just don't see it. We'll just throw that one down. And that's pretty much match. And never mind, it is match. Oh, okay. Then Maximuse, I would save for next week instead. Because next week is bringing a new legend into the event key drop pool. So you'd be able to get that legend instead. It's probably not going to be too useful, but it might be in the future. It's going to give 50% mana to all dwarves. Of course, the effectiveness of giving 50% mana to all dwarves right now is pretty bad. But you never know when that might be useful in the future. So it's good to actually have. Plus, if you want to get the Keysdale Kingdom up a bit more, you're going to have to do event keys next week anyways. I believe the bonus for that kingdom is HP. I don't think it's armor. Which does make it slightly better. Plus 1 HP is exponentially better than plus 1 armor. Let's see, I'll just throw that down. The priority for every single kingdom is just magic is best, then attack, then HP, then armor is not useless, but the least effective stat in the entire game. Also, we might lose. Where do we go? That's another reason why dwarves are pretty bad too. Quite a few of them are based more on armor than they are based on HP. A few of them are HP heavy, but they don't have any damage. There's not a single dwarf that has like ridiculously good damage, though they are adding one on Monday that has a okay amount of damage. Not anything over the top, but oh wow. Actually, never mind, that was the right move. Never mind, what I just did. My mistake was the right move, never mind. I love when that's when that's actually a thing. That happens sometimes. But yeah, I accidentally took a mana that wasn't my mana, but he had a famine, so that actually helped us because he would have done more damage if I would have taken my mana. Okay. Good position. Get the green away, and let's match. You're level 990. Is there a way to play without gaining more levels? You're scared of the upcoming addiction. I think you already are addicted. 990 levels. If you've gotten that far, if you've hit beyond level 1000, you have reached the addicted point to this game. I know that leveling goes a lot quicker now than what it used to, but still, that would be the addicted point. That's a good indication of when you have reached that point, unless you've been playing for like 2 years now, in which case that wouldn't actually be addicted. That would actually be probably a few hours every week, which wouldn't be too bad. But yes, once you start reaching those higher levels, you have reached the addicted point. Welcome. Don't fight it. Join us. Let's see. I'll go take that. He'll get the yellow, of course, but he doesn't actually use it, so it doesn't matter. We need a purple surge. Let's go Golfa. We need a better board. There we go. Not really that much better, but we'll make it work. Oh, at least the cascades are better. And that's match. Oh wait, never mind. It already is match. You hit 1,100 a few days ago? Nice. Oh, and Maximuse, you hit... oh, you just hit over 1,000. Congrats as well. Is that addicted? I don't know. I don't even know what the addicted point is these days. Level 1000 isn't as high as it used to be these days. Particularly when Guild Wars comes back in, if they're still going to give that EXP bonus. That's the main thing that kind of devalued high level from being a natural high level, because the whole concept of getting 100% extra EXP from Guild Wars made it so it's actually way quicker to level than what it used to be. Of course, currently Guild Wars isn't active, but it was and will be soon again. You gain levels a lot slower after level 1000. So even though it seems like some people might be going a little bit slow who are over 1000, they actually are probably still playing a lot. Anyone over level 1200 have been playing a very large amount. Anyone over 1300, particularly over 1400, are like way up there. I think there's only like 1 or 2 people even above level 1400 because of how much slower leveling goes once you reach that point. And there we go. Wow, we almost hit 2.5k just on the Monday. That's not really too high compared to what some people do. Let's see, what is the leaderboard right now? Someone can do over 20,000 per day. I guess that makes sense because 7 days, 140. Oh no. If they keep up that rate, they would have over 150,000 by the end of the week. Interesting. It used to be that 10,000 to about 15,000 used to be how many you could possibly gain in one day. Now I believe it might be 20,000 to 30. I'd assume it'd be twice as much. Maybe even a little bit more due to 4 times speed. But yeah. Yeah, that's still a lot though. Let's see, what's the lower the board? Lower the board is still about... Doesn't it come down to 5,000 per day? I think it comes a little higher than that. No, it actually comes down to lower than 5,000 per day. The leaderboard comes down to 7 times 3. Yeah, you have to do about 3,000 points every single day to get onto the top 100, I believe. And PvP would be how much you would have to do, which actually isn't too bad. But you would have to play Gems of War quite a bit as one like your main games to be able to do that. Oh, good night, Maximuse. See you later. Actually, I'll probably be heading out pretty soon too, especially since the storm still seems pretty bad. Don't want to be streaming and then just like everything just crash. Want to at least get a proper outro and everything. So yeah, probably after this battle, if you guys don't have any other questions or anything, we will be wrapping up for tonight. Next Gems of War stream will be this Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, both on Friday and Saturday from 10 to 4. Might stop just a little bit earlier depending on what the schedule will be for today. But yeah, those will be the 2 days that we'll be streaming Gems of War this week. We don't know for sure if Guild Wars is coming back next Monday. Currently in-game it says it does, but Salty did not confirm while she was here if it will or will not. If you're just getting here or before you go, make sure to use the 2 redeem codes on gemsofwar.com if you're a PC or mobile player. That gives you, each of them gives you 1 free gem key, 2 treasure maps, 2,500 gold, and 200 souls. If you're watching this after the fact, they're probably already dead by now. But she did make them slightly higher uses, so maybe they're not dead yet, who knows. Some people were just coming in minutes ago and they were still working, and if we're ending now, then they might still work after the video's out. So that might work too. Oh, and Salty's back for, hey, there we go. Yep, we're still going. Actually, we were just about to end it. But yeah, I'll see you all on Friday then. Friday, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be having plenty of other streams and other videos in between then as well. Let's see. Yeah, hey, we're about to end. Any other questions before we head out for the night? Yep, see you, Gem. I was almost called you Gems of War. See you, Salty. Thanks for making your day. Yeah, that was pretty funny earlier. Can you stream more in the morning? You have to stay up till 12. I generally don't stream Gems of War in the morning, other than on Fridays and Saturdays. It depends what you call morning, because I don't know what morning is in your time. But on Fridays and Saturdays, we always stream in the morning. And Mondays, we always stream at night. And if Guild Wars was around, we'd always be streaming pretty much every day at night as well. But I don't tend to do Gems of War as a morning stream. I don't tend to do any streams in the morning, just because I normally prefer staying up late and staying up late but waking up late rather than waking up early and streaming not till late. I don't know. I normally prefer streaming more towards the nighttime, not towards the morning. That's generally why they tend to be a little bit later. You'll make a special code if you do. House tour next, please. I guess I could. That'd be slightly hard to do. Also, my house is very uninteresting here. The house I used to be in New Jersey would be a lot more interesting because it had like a lot of Native American stuff in it, as well as it was actually a lot bigger. The house I'm currently in is as bland as a bland can possibly be. It's I could probably do it somewhat right now. Let's see. There's a wall. There's standard stuffs of other stuffs. Wall. Let's see what's over here. This there. Green screen. A light. The bright lights. And there is a all of the storage of stuffs. What is that called? Why can I not remember what that is called? That is a I'm trying to call it a cabinet. Why am I not saying the right word? Brain fade. Tacet needs sleep. That is a closet. There we go. And there's some waters and oh no, like there's nothing interesting in my entire house. It's as bland of a house as you can possibly have. A closet? Yes, a closet. Yes, a closet. A cupboard. I don't know. I don't know. Tacet is broken. Needs fixing. Anyways, I'm gonna be heading out, guys. How about a Tacet party? Stream Just Dance? No. Streaming Just Dance would be the most embarrassing thing I could ever do. I was actually at a person's party. Like right when I graduated from high school, like a little bit before then, they had like a celebration of like graduating party. They hosted it, I think, a little bit earlier, like a few days earlier. But there was like a Just Dance thing there, and I was pretty much scored the lowest possible score every single time out of every single person. I don't actually have Just Dance, so I wouldn't be able to do that, unfortunately. But yeah, it would be very, 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 very hilarious if I ever did. I'll look into it eventually, but that probably won't happen. I also don't have any kind of setup where I can kind of do myself standing. Everything I have is kind of for more of just like a sitting down kind of like webcam thing. I'd have to get some different recording stuff too. I also have nothing that can record TV either. Currently I only have software that records anything on my PC, but I do not have, I don't even have a HD TV here either, or at least not one that's accessible easily. Well, I can always look into that into the future, because generally all my setups only for PC gaming, not for any kind of other gaming. But I can always look into it into the future. Anyways, guys, I'll be heading off for tonight. I'll be sleeping in the cupboard, I guess. I'll forget what the word bed is. Why don't you have a woman? I do not know. I'm still only 22, so I haven't really bothered looking. Not too much. Had a boyfriend, had a girlfriend, never really worked out with either of them, and I could always look into it in the future, but it's not really something I am seeking at this current moment in time. But anyways, I'll see you all later. Good night, and goodbye. Next stream, Friday and Saturday from 10 AM to 4 PM Eastern Standard Time for Gems of War, and we'll have a couple videos between then too. Use the redeem codes if you haven't, and I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful week.